The ANC in KwaZulu-Natal says it rejects the insinuation that its leaders are behind the systematic assassinations of leaders of Abahlali Basemjondolo. Two Abahlali leaders have been killed within 2 months of each other. The Shack Dwellers movement is alleging that it is being targeted politically, as you've just heard there from Thapelo Mohapi, the General Secretary of the Shack Dwellers movement. Now, let's get the ANC's voice this hour to this allegation. I'm joined now by Nhlakani Ntombela, speaking on behalf of the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal. Mr. Ntombela, good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. I interviewed Thapelo Mohapi yesterday, the General Secretary of Abahlali Basemjondolo, who told us he's in hiding now after the recent killing of yet another member, leader of the Shack Dwellers movement. And he told us, and we've just played that clip there, and I'm quoting him. He says, "We have no doubt that it is a local ANC in Ward 101 at eThekwini that is behind the attack in this particular informal settlement." What is your response to this claim?
We have always reiterated that if you have evidence that someone has committed crime, you report to the police. If the police are not doing anything with that, you report them to IPID. You can even report to the Human Rights Commission, you go to the Public Protector. There are a number of state organs where you can report such incidents. Just going on public platforms and making general statements saying that the ANC as an organization has killed someone, it's factually incorrect. I don't want to say it's a lie because someone has passed on. But the reality is, in KZN, there have been killings. Even as the ANC, our councillors have been killed. We have not speculated on those killings. We have allowed the police to do their work and investigations. Hence, in Ward 54, after police investigation, some people were arrested. We still do not know now who killed our councillor in 101. We still do not know now who killed our councillor in Ward 103. So we have not grandstand in the public platform to assume and castigate aspersions on any individuals, because we respect law enforcement agents and their roles in investigating these killings.
You must be concerned, though, about these killings. You've mentioned a couple of wards where you yourself, as the ANC, have recently lost members due to being killed, including 101. What are you doing about it?
As I'm speaking with you, I'm in Maritzburg in the legislature. We just finished a debate on the community safety and liaison department. One of the issues we've raised consistently as the ANC to the MEC and the Commissioner of Police is that in KZN there's the highest proliferation of illegal firearms. Can the police do something in regard to that? Because having not dealt with that matter, every week we'll be coming again to respond on these instances. KZN has got the highest rate of inkabi, even higher in other provinces. There is a reality of KZN unless the law enforcement agencies play their part in napping those issues on the bud. We'll always come and react once someone has passed on. It's a reality of the province we are facing. Based on the background of the province where we come from, because of the violence in the past, a number of illegal firearms were utilized, and police have not been able to do enough to eradicate those illegal firearms in a number of areas. It was the area we're speaking of in 101, if you know the nature of that area, and if you can check with the crime statistics, they will tell that the highest figures now were even going far beyond the Kukuletu and Kailish on the killings in Inanda and in those areas. There is a reality of the highest level of crime in the province.
Why do you think that the General Secretary of Abahlali Basemjondolo, Thapelo Mohapi, will be pointing a finger at the local ANC councillor in Ward 101 as being behind the killings, the recent killings of their leaders? Why would you think they would do so?
Part of the problem we've raised with Abahlali Basemjondolo is the nature of how they do things as an organization. They thrive by holding people in shacks. Some of them are shack lots. So if as a governing party you start programs of eradicating those slums and putting people into proper houses, we are entering into their territory where they are making money. It's one reality at some point the media must look into much more detail, that you can't have a permanent organization claiming to represent people to remain as abahlali basemjondolo. When you are working on alternative means as a governing party, when you are working on trying to get those people decent households, to them, if you enter that territory, it's like we are entering a marked territory, we are entering their space, because there is their space where they are doing their things, some of which are illegal, some of which them as leaders are beneficiaries of that illegality.
So you think they are trying to defend the way they operate, which you are alleging is unlawful?
In some instances, yes. We can count for you instances where in government program of trying to eradicate those slums, they are the ones in the forefront of stopping those programs, because they are the beneficiaries of those instances. If you hire more than 30, 50 sheikhs to people, you're connecting illegal electricity to those people, they are beholden on you as an individual, and then you are a leader of abahlali basemjondolo. That's an illegality no governing party can allow in any square in the country. So when law enforcement agents start acting in such instances, then they'll say that they are being threatened by the state is using its authority against them. It's a societal issue which I think other sectors in society must come on board to help us to make our people understand that they can't be permanent residents of Mjondolo when the government give them opportunities to relocate to proper houses and households with a dignity on themselves as individuals and their families. They can't be beholden on individuals who've got their own ends to pursue because of their poverty.
Mr. Ntombela, you were very clear in answering my first question that if people have evidence of a crime being committed, they must report to the police. Tapelo Mohapi told me yesterday that abahlali basemjondolo in this case are reporting these incidents and these acts of violence to the police. Besides that, very briefly as we conclude, how else do you think in the province of KwaZulu-Natal you could bring an end to such killings and other political ones, of which you yourself have said that your organization, the ANC, has also been a target?
We're engaging with different stakeholders. The MSC for Human Settlement in the province has held a meeting with abahlali basemjondolo to deal with them as an organization, because most of the people they claim to be representing have been affected by the recent storm in the province. So we've got that open door of engagement as an organization, because we believe that if there are such issues and instantly, let us sit down and engage. If you believe that there are ANC members doing something illegal, let us engage openly so that as an organization, we can deal with those individuals. If you feel that the law enforcement authorities are not supporting you, as a governing party, we've got a responsibility to play our part in supporting you and giving you a hand to help in whatever circumstances you are facing, because you are the citizens of eThekwini and of KwaZulu-Natal. We've got a political responsibility as a governing party to take care of your needs as an African National Congress.
Thank you very much. Nhlakanipho Ntombela speaking on behalf of the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal in relation to allegations by abahlali basemjondolo that some members of the ANC in a number of wards, including Ward 101, are responsible for killing abahlali basemjondolo leaders. But the ANC denies this and is encouraging abahlali basemjondolo to report these crimes to the police and to engage with the party. Hopefully they'll find each other and stop this ongoing killings. Up to 23 members of abahlali basemjondolo have been killed in the last few years, but also ANC councillors in some wards have also been shot and killed.